Good morning. It's Monday, February 3rd, and that means two things. There's 100 ways forward, but only one way back. It's also time for the lighting industry news brief, brought to you by Keystone Tech and the Direct Drive Emergency Tube. This is a UL certified fluorescent tube replacement that offers permanent installation, color select, and battery backups right into the form factor, so it's easy to get in there. That's KeystoneTech.com or the link in the description, if you please. Let's get into the news. The NAED and NAAW have called on Congress to preserve the small business tax deduction. This is an open letter asking to save Section 199A of the U.S. tax code. We'll see if that goes forward. A speech made by the current president before the Congressional Institute indicates that he plans on passing an executive order on semiconductors, meaning that those will cost 10% more if they are made off U.S. soil. We'll see if that actually happens. A Senate bill aims to prevent supply chain disruptions. This is the Promoting Resilient Supply Chains Act, sponsored by both halves of the Senate. And it will empower the Department of Commerce to stabilize the industry. Canada has launched a new tariff tracker. This is the Ministry of Commerce offering a new tool to track what products are under tariffs at what rates in real time, because that's going to get confusing for a while. We'll see how that goes. Schneider has been named the world's most sustainable corporation from Corporate Knights. Sales were up this quarter at Endo, 4% increase in sales on the net, and that means that shareholders will enjoy 40 yen in dividends in the coming weeks. Empower has reported on their growth. Their portfolio firm is adding franchisees at a great rate. We'll see how that goes in the future. RPI is offering a Masters of Science in Lighting course that is a post-grad program that runs a year from the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Applications are open right now. Rockwell is opening a new lab. The Advanced Tech Lab will be up and running in Prague this year. Blue Sun has changed its name. They're a component manufacturer from Utah. They are now trading under the name Torque. Schneider says you're doing efficiency wrong. A customer survey from them shows that not all tech is being leveraged effectively for maximum energy use. Trojan is moving into Europe. This is a UK-based lighting remanufacturer. They now have an office in the Netherlands. The Good Design Awards winners have been named, and the lighting section, pretty competitive, with products being named among many categories this year. In rep agency updates, DSI has partnered with Monsoma in Colorado. Dower has picked Florida Landscape Lighting for Florida. Salex has a new branch open in Ottawa. Ewing Foley will be repping ServiceWire in California and Nevada. And Ewing Foley will also be repping Condumex in the U.S. Southwest, Northwest, and Mountain regions, which is just draw a line at the coast and start walking until you run out of mountain, I guess. On the legal side of things, Dialite has settled with Sanmina. This is a $12 million settlement reached with their former manufacturing partner. Dialite has also secured a patent licensing deal with Signify, renegotiating terms from 2014, and Signify has settled with Atomi in principle. The deal will come together. They've asked for an extension to negotiate more over the next month. Things are good. Things are fine. Things will be fine with them. Events and webinars show that Leducation is now open for registration. NAMCO has announced their seminar topics for the spring, and the IES Street and Area Conference has extended their call for speakers until the 6th. On the IoT things, the Internet of News things, DECO has partnered with Amber Semi. FTC has taken action on right to repair, with the John Deere case going to court. We have a new white paper from MW Connect, Understanding and Implementing Interoperability. We have a new playbook from the DLC based on their October summit. eCall has bought ISS. This is a electrical distributor buying a software company. Brian Lussier was on the Lighting Control podcasts. Lutron is going to Europe, though, with new product lines specifically for the EU. Nobi, a maker of smart lamps for elder care spaces, they've secured new VC funds to the tune of 35 million euros. The GSMA has funded IoT adoption in developing nations. This is a new grant program for mostly Africa and South Asia for connectivity and energy management, but it's being funded out of the UK. On the dark side of things, we have blue light being linked with kidney stones, flashing lights being linked with failures of driver assist software. NASA is working on new circadian lighting for Martians. The US DOE has recognized the role of lighting in migraines for schools. Cincinnati Children's Hospital has proposed a new at-home circadian realignment method. Meanwhile, Walter Reed in DC has proposed a new neurotech wearable as an insomnia treatment. The Royal Astronomy of the Royal Astronomical Society is seeking picks for their calendar for next year. Philip Gottlieb has talked to the Restoring Darkness podcast. We have a new wrinkle in turtle issues, which is to say that as water gets higher, water levels get higher, we have fewer sand dunes, which means that the hills aren't blocking lighting, which is, again, causing more turtle stranding. We have a debate about art projections on the Antalya Cliffs of Turkey, and that's provoking protests. A proposed LDS temple will go ahead in Bakersfield, California. Amsterdam, New York, a business owner there, has proposed an even bigger illuminated pro-Trump sign. This is after the one he already has got in trouble with the law there. We'll see if that goes forward. Dark Sky Alliance is hosting a walk and talk in San Ramon, California. Tampa, Florida is testing CPTED, that's crime prevention through environmental design, as part of their security interventions. Coventry in the UK is opting for part night lighting on streets, which is to say their street lighting will turn off at midnight, or most of it will. Frederick, Maryland is revising their lighting on a historic hotel specifically to reduce light pollution. A Worcester Polytechnic Institute student did complete a Nantucket outdoor lighting bylaw project. In Erfurt, Germany, they have a new dark sky strategy. York Minster in the UK has revamped their lighting specifically for light pollution mitigations. It looks great, as has Biescas in Spain, specifically picking LED exterior lighting at 2200K or below, and it looks dang good, I'll say that. On the horticultural side of things, sales are up 11% at Scott's Miracle Grow this quarter. We have a new vertical farm opening up in Lviv, Spain. Lviv, Ukraine, not Spain. The rain in Ukraine rains mainly on the Spain. We have a new LED research for red mustard. BC Delta is host to the largest indoor farm in North America. We have the inaugural Cultivating Awards nominations going ahead soon. Heliospectra is celebrating 15 years of work in the lighting space for growing. On recommended reading, these links are all on nailed.org. You can check them out. We can talk about how bus lighting at bus stops can improve school attendance in urban environments, the CLTC's impact on lighting and energy innovation. We have what pre-planned LED lighting layouts can do for your construction. We have prepping for tariffs in Canada from small manufacturers. We have a new industry podcast in the form of LightPod. We have Vietnam, the next China. Why? We still don't know why those blue lights stopped subway suicides in Tokyo. We have a map of cities that are reducing their light at night in Europe. We have another discussion of banning the big overhead light in your home. We have the top 10 states for LEED certified building a recap of Lightapalooza. We have night lights, the little ones you put in your kid's room. This is a new controversy among parents and whether or not they're good. And we also have a test of a UVC meter. In local news, we have new security projects going ahead at the University of Georgia. A man from Cape Breton has been arrested for vandalizing decorative lighting. Copper wire thieves have bedeviled highways of Alabama and also East Las Vegas. Probably not the same team, probably not. Cold weather is causing signal failures in lighting in Ottawa, Ontario. LED streetlights are going up in Meridian, Idaho. We have $5 million in funds for MSU. We have new grants for public and private projects in San Juan County, Utah. We have improvement initiatives beginning in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Timmins, Ontario has adopted a new lighting plan. Florence, Alabama is moving ahead with LED streetlights. We have Streetleaf starting a solar-powered lighting program in Florida. That's a shared savings thing. Highland Park, Michigan has begun lighting projects. We have state grants for Mercer, Ohio. We have Putnam Valley, New York, rejecting a proposal to renovate schools. We have a new renovation work going ahead in Revelstoke, BC schools. We have security grants for Lawrence County, Indiana courthouses going ahead. We have Falmouth, Massachusetts' baseball field lighting project being paused after discovering that the baseball field was actually built on an old landfill. So they have to, when they dug down to lay the posts, they found a bunch of stuff that might be bad. Got to fix that. Quincy, Illinois' high school baseball fields had to take down lighting over safety concerns, and one high school coach got fired for complaining about that. Just want to point that out. Norfolk, Nebraska has secured grants for field lighting. Euclid, Ohio has revamped their Hero Park. And we have trail lighting proposed outside Red Deer, Alberta. Internationally, Mayo, Ireland has been sued over its public lighting contract. The Ukraine is now offering energy funds to Moldova. Wipro has launched a new IoT showroom in Hyderabad in India. And Chinese factory output is down for the fourth month in a row. On the sports side of things, we have $50 million to renovate Prince George's Stadium in Bowie. Rhode Island has secured $132 million to completely revamp a soccer stadium, fully electric all the way. We have $10 million to revamp a 113-year-old baseball stadium in Jacksonville, Florida, and $75 million to renovate the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. In People News, Rick Earlywine will be joining Kelvix as their CEO. Adam Lillian is leaving the UL. David Gardner is leaving Signify. Larry Locke will retire from his position at the ALA. We have new board members at AD. We have Diane Teeters named National Sales Manager at Access Lighting. We have a recap of other recent career moves from Inside Lighting. We have a leadership shuffle at Southwire. We have a lighting designer named Matthew Tershwell who rescued a man who was injured by the New York City subway. Like, he fell on the tracks and he pulled him up, and that's great. And in things you can do, you can convert a can light into a pendant. And if you're not careful, if you're on a cruise, the lighting of your cabin might provide a bit of a show to anyone watching your side of the cruise ship from the dock. You know, a show of your hotel room. Just be careful. I've been Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time, your attention. I want to thank our sponsors this week. And until next time, enjoy your week. Enjoy the music. Take care of yourself and see ya.
Pray to the fire, 'cause water has come. Pray to the east, where the traveler is from. Dine with their mind and in time read their soul. For a bottomless heaven is a topless hole. All the love you see, it comes from me. washing the tide with your blood. Where at last is the fire? When will we rid of this fire? Sitting alone at the top of a hill, gazing around to see water take fill, drying your eyes of the saltwater tear, trying to stop this teardrop that appears.